le monde, comment ça va? Hey yo! Yo yo, comment vous allez? Coucou Shiro, comment ça va? Coucou Yoko! Coucou Florence, si elle est là. Comment vous allez? C'était bien cette semaine? Avez passé une bonne semaine tout le monde? Dites-moi tout. Ça va bien, merci. Là, j'ai une semaine de vacances. Ah, c'est bien les vacances. Ça fait plaisir. Coucou Yuko. Comment ça va? Ah oui. Là, en plus c'est le week-end. Forcément, c'est bien le week-end quand même. Qu'est-ce que ça fait plaisir, ça fait du bien là. Ah, je me rappelle plus du tout. Ouais, on va pouvoir souffler, c'est ça. Un peu souffler, un peu m'occuper de vidéos. Il y en a besoin. Coucou Rémi, comment ça va? Moi ça va bien, merci. Ouais, vive les vacances. Alors, je me rappelle plus du tout où on était. J'ai complètement zappé où est-ce qu'on était dans Strégos, ou plus précisément, j'ai complètement zappé où est-ce qu'on... Qu'est-ce qu'on devait faire ensuite. Je crois qu'on doit aller à une fête. Quelque chose dans le genre. On va commencer. Et on va voir un peu ce que ça donne. J'espère que vous avez tous passé une bonne semaine. Vous savez que vous allez aussi passer un bon week-end. Ah oui, il fallait que j'observe tout ce bordel. D'accord. Ah bon, on va voir ça. On va comment faire dans l'ordre. Hein.
I don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
Je dirais l'instrument. Coucou Flora, comment ça va? Oui, t'arrives au début. Comment tu vas?
Is that a weapon? A musical instrument? Maybe it's both.
Ok. Le mas, le trident, la pomme. Parchemin, qui sait? Oh, je sais que j'ai dit qu'on allait faire dans l'ordre, mais au final, je suis pas du tout dans l'ordre, c'est pas grave.
I don't even know what language that is.
Ah, bon. Yes, tu vas enfin pouvoir voir depuis le début, Flora.
Shouldn't that be in a museum somewhere?
Est-ce qu'il y a vraiment quelque chose que... Ah, presque. Bah, c'est bientôt, Rémi, en vrai. C'est bientôt. Perso, ça va. Ah, bon, t'as une semaine compliquée, mais au moins si ça va mieux, c'est déjà ça. Et puis t'as ce week-end-là pour te reposer de cette semaine compliquée, ça aide.
Freddy, are you out there?
Pourquoi?
Can you
Oh,
hear
Freddy.
me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
Coucou. Ça va? On a juste commencé à regarder les objets, mais pour l'instant, il n'y a rien de fifou, on va dire. Oui, c'est une petite victoire, Flora. Il n'y a rien de très fifou dans les objets. Alors. Oh!
This is it.
Le miroir.
Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she...
The fuck? T'es sûr faut le toucher? Oh, c'est pas les moires?
Uh-oh.
Bonjour, je suis désolée?
I didn't mean anything. I didn't even touch it, honest.
Coucou Florence, bon anniversaire! J'espère que t'as passé une bonne journée pour ton anniversaire. Ça s'est bien passé pour toi.
Then.
Oh merde, faut se battre? Et c'est quoi ces trucs? Un peu, ouais, c'est vrai. Sauf que là, je sais pas trop ce que c'est censé te montrer. Ah, mais c'est ça qui te... Ah!
What's happening? Why didn't it work?
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce machin exactement? Bah non, y a pas de mec dans les moires normalement. Et puis pourquoi il voudrait te... Te poignarder. Te stab là. Hein? Freddy! Je pense, oui, c'est ça.
Grace?
Faut qu'on fuit!
Freddy! We've got to run. My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
Ben, je pense que c'est eux qui ont poignardé Calliope vu que ils ont un couteau et tout. Freddy, qu'est-ce que tu veux? Freddy? Freddy? Non?
No, I won't let you.
Non, Freddy! The fuck? Ah, donc je suppose que ce truc-là, ils veulent du sang plus qu'autre chose? Est-ce qu'il faut genre du sang ou un mort? J'espère qu'elle est pas morte. On va mener à l'hôpital.
Oh God. Oh God, Freddy.
By the gods.
You summoned the Furies.
What?
What? Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here? I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it. There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
Il y a une merde avec les moires. Oui, il faut aider Freddy, on s'en fout des moires pour l'instant. Hein.
I don't care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her. I have no power over life and death, Grace.
Elle est complètement morte, d'accord.
None of us have that. This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
Ouais. Je pense qu'elle est pas en colère parce qu'il y a Freddy qui est mort. Comment peux-tu dire ça? Aide-moi, Perséphone, je laisserai pas Freddy. Qu'est-ce que tu veux qu'elle fasse, Perséphone, exactement? Elle a plus son domaine, enfin son royaume, là.
I'm not leaving Freddy. Not like this. All this magic. There has to be something. Don't tell me there's no way to undo this.
Come. There's nothing more to be done.
Non! Et pourquoi elle s'est interposée cette patate aussi, là? Ah. Bon, Perséphone, elle a débarqué avec Hécate, ouais. Ça commence bien, les dents. Ça veut dire que les moires... Attends. J'essaie de comprendre le truc parce que... Elle a dit que c'était si les moires le décidaient, donc est-ce que les moires, elles en veulent personnellement à Calliope et tout son bordel, ou est-ce que c'est n'importe qui active le miroir? C'est ça la question en fait. Ouais, rip Freddy là. Oh. Tu veux bien me laisser aller là, merci. Je me demande si on peut la sauver d'une manière ou d'une autre, ou si elle meurt dans tous les cas. Oh.
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant
Tu
to
crois?
you.
Non, tu crois? Comment ça a pu arriver? On l'a laissé là-bas, elle s'appelait Freddy. Ça aurait dû être moi. C'est vrai que ça, techniquement, à la base, c'était toi qui visais. Enfin, je sais pas si visait toi ou n'importe qui est active, encore une fois. Comment ça a pu arriver, plutôt?
How could that happen? Hecate said it wasn't part of the reliquary, so how...
It was an attack. On you. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Coucou Ranassi, comment ça va?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Qui peut commander aux Furies? Qu'est-ce que Calliope essayait de faire? J'espère que t'as passé une bonne semaine, Ranassi. Qui... Ben, elle a parlé des moires, mais on peut toujours...
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Ouais.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be, I'm afraid I have no clue.
Merci, oui, ça s'est bien passé, et merci pour... Oui, on est juste triste parce que Freddy vient de mourir, là. Pourquoi les Furies se sont arrêtés? Je pense que c'est parce qu'il y avait du sang.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish.
Fuck.
They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
Donc ça aurait pu être n'importe qui. Qui sont les Furies plus exactement? On n'a pas beaucoup d'infos sur elles.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
Ouais. Oui, je pense qu'il y a forcément quelqu'un qui tire les ficelles. Je suis toujours sur un peu Athéna parce que Perséphone, elle a mentionné Zeus et compagnie qui sont quand même les divinités premières, et Athéna, c'est aussi une des plus vieilles idoles, donc...
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror. To speak to the fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command. Or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the fates are likely to oblige.
Les moires sont si puissantes que ça, si on savait plus. J'espère qu'elle va revenir, ouais.
Can these fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Ouais, bizarre.
Could it have been the fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
Ben après Zeus, ils ont juste dit qu'il a disparu, pas qu'il est mort de ce que j'ai compris. C'est juste, il se montre plus. Donc je sais pas si ça veut dire il est complètement mort, s'il est endormi en mode belle au bois dormant quelque part, ou s'il juste il se cache en fait. Ouais, Athéna pour l'instant c'est... Hermès pour l'instant, on le voit tellement peu que je sais pas s'il va faire quoi que ce soit.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Quoi? Que fais-tu ici? Arrêtez ça, quel autre moyen? Peut-être qu'il se cache d'Athéna. Moi, je me... Enfin... Ouais...
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
On peut renverser la déesse. Comment on trouve ce trône? Tu avais prévu ça depuis le début? Ah, je l'ai regardé, mais le Percy Jackson, mais ça fait assez longtemps, donc je me rappelle pas forcément de tout. On peut renverser la déesse. Comment on trouve ce trône? Comment? Je sais pas si elle avait prévu ça depuis le début. Mais ce que je me pose surtout comme question, c'est pourquoi Calliope elle voudrait voir les moires et pourquoi surtout on voudrait l'en empêcher. C'est surtout ça.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
On peut renverser la déesse, c'est parti. On peut renverser la déesse?
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is
facile, en
yours.
fait.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
Oui, mais il y a que elle qui va violer la règle, pas nous. Nous, on n'est pas bannis de toute façon.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into, exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Après, en vrai, je trouve que déjà, juste avec les infos qu'on a, et donc Freddy qui a été tué au reliquaire et tout, ça devrait suffire pour nous innocenter. Mais bon. T'avais prévu ça?
Is
Ouais?
Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
Il n'y a pas d'autre moyen. Bah ouais, c'est forcément. Donc là, pour moi, on est complètement innocenté, j'ai envie de dire. Après, si Athéna, elle continue en mode « Ah mais non, mais on a encore des doutes !» Non mais tu pousses, madame, là, un peu. Bah c'est ce que je me dis, Florax, ça va faire comme dans Hercule, un petit peu. Potentiellement, je sais pas.
Is there really no other way to talk to these fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
Non merci.
No. No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
Oh, it's another crazy plan, right?
Grace,
Oui.
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
La déesse n'est pas vide, c'est-à-dire... T'aurais dû commencer par là. T'aurais dû commencer par là, ouais. En vrai, en plus... Ah mais non, mais désolé, y a pas d'autre moyen, je veux pas aller à un Hadès. Je dis, bah Apollon, si tu te bouges, j'y vais pas, en fait. Si tu contactes toi-même les moires, j'ai pas besoin d'aller à l'Hadès, hein. Donc... Et mec, faut décider un petit peu.
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
Ok.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
Apollon, il est là, il est gentil, et puis voilà. Il te dit bonne chance. C'est tout.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace, and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
Bonne question. Pour sauver Freddy, c'est la dernière pièce du puzzle, tu n'auras pas de problème. Oh, ça, c'est n'importe quoi. C'est la dernière pièce du puzzle pour moi, parce que si je lui dis sauver Freddy, il dit ah, désolé, mais voilà, quoi, elle est morte. Donc c'est parce que je veux juste faire mon enquête parce que Athéna m'a demandé d'enquêter. C'est tout.
It's the only way to find out why Calliope was trying to contact the Fates.
The Fates?
There's something going on, Hermes. I'm at the edge of it, but without the Fates, I'll never know the truth.
And that means going to Hades, with or without Athena's permission.
Okay.
Yes. The fuck?
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
Oh.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go.
Bah après, Hermès, il est encore... c'est un petit nouveau, hein. Je crois que ça fait à peine 1 an que c'est le nouveau Hermès, donc... il est encore assez souple, je pense.
Welcome to the real underworld.
Wow. It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait là, Orphée? Pourquoi tu m'en as pas parlé? Qui est Orphée? J'espère aussi qu'elle va pas nous la faire à l'envers. Tu peux... Enfin, je sais qui c'est Orphée, mais est-ce qu'il y a un truc par rapport à lui dans votre histoire?
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals, regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing.
Ah bon?
Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
Il était pas retourné avec Regis? Ah bon?
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
Hein?
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
Bah, tu veux que je me batte contre Orphée? Madame? Comment te dire que ça va être compliqué? Elle est cool, Perséphone, pour l'instant, mais j'ai un peu peur qu'elle nous fasse à l'envers, quand même.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
come. It's time to cross the sticks.
Ah, juste le Styx, rien de plus. Coucou Faïs, comment ça va? T'as passé une bonne semaine? Ouais, petite chanson facile. Tranquille, enfin. C'est vrai que c'est vite quand même. Il est où ton Styx là? C'est très sec. Oui.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Ok. Sinon, je lui donne des pièces, ça marche, hein. Charon, tu veux une petite pièce? Bonjour, monsieur. Je fais que visiter.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Sérieux. Bonjour. Je suis avec Perséphone, je viens secourir Freddy, je suis la dernière muse. Je suis la dernière muse, ouais. Ouais, elle donne les infos au compte-gouttes, c'est pour ça que j'ai peur qu'elle nous la mette à l'envers. Oh, super, les films de Noël. C'est pourtant, c'est plus les films Halloween actuellement, Vice. Mignon. Ouais, il est immense.
Hey there. I'm Grace, idol and last of the muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses and that you're very pretty.
Je me fais draguer par Charon, quoi, là.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Et en vrai, si on promet de faire un jeu de cartes avec lui une fois qu'on a fini, est-ce que ça passe? Est-ce qu'il nous laisse passer? On peut trouver un jeu, et toujours comme ça, je suis pas du mais on peut trouver un jeu, ça me va, moi.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging me. Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Ça, c'était facile. C'était juste, tu veux jouer? Ouais, cool. On se fait un petit FPS là après, un petit Apex avec Charon. Ici. Bonjour les quelques fantômes.
I wouldn't touch that.
Oh.
Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story. Every memory.
Ah, bonne soirée, Shiro. Merci d'être passé. Bon week-end à toi.
Swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
La laisser continuer.
Fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
Oui, les cœurs.
A child in a garden, a prize for a king, property, bound and gagged with silver and satin. I gutted a
Ouais. Oh, parfait.
Someone's
Oui.
coming. There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room.
Ok.
This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Ah.
Someone's
We
coming.
might have a problem.
A wolf is waiting in the
This
tomb.
bard's already
Someone's
dead,
coming.
but you can defeat him.
I can feel them howling at the
My
moon.
help.
Don't forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's
Bonjour.
about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No
Ouais.
offense, Betty.
Benny, non.
Welcome to my underworld. Let me treat you to a song. A welcome gift. I have
Ouais, la lire, elle a
four.
changé.
It is mine, after all. Muse. Any requests?
Pourquoi t'en veux autant à Perséphone? T'as rien fait, hein.
Questions?
What's your problem with Persephone?
Do, do, do. Loop it.
D'accord. Perséphone n'avait pas du tout impressionné.
I didn't do what I was told, didn't know that it was all a game. I didn't think that he would do it. Then Eurydice was gone. And Persephone, you stood right beside him and said, what a shame. He was always gonna kill her and you knew it. And I never got to have my revenge. My pain never ends. I see you now. Persephone won't turn my back. Won't turn my back. Turn my back on you again.
I beg your pardon. I wanna behave properly.
Moi j'approuve aussi, très marrant.
Your song, you better stay open. She's a friend and a god.
Throne is for me. I won't let it be forgotten.
Persephone, your part in this will never be.
Vous vous battez pour rien les deux. Hein.
Corpses in crowns, tangled and trapped. Eyes full of cobwebs, only looking back. Don't you see what I see? Looks all dead to me, you're both the same.
The same?
I like what you're doing, Muse, but I thought you'd be on my side.
Non,
Bard is to blame for the hell that he's been in.
les deux.
Persephone, you're the reason I'm here. I'm not here to give in.
Oh, you think I will?
Can I get this through both of your heads? You're fighting over something that's dead. I mean, you should have seen this coming.
There's no point in reasoning with him, Grace.
Oh, I believe she was speaking to us both.
I certainly wish I'd seen you.
Ah, je sais pas. Vous êtes des enfants tous les deux.
We made a bargain. Now I doubt everything. Promise me you're not using me. I told you we're here for Freddy. We're wasting our time.
Child cannot see.
Can't let it be
C'est pas possible. Il est temps, ouais, pour les deux, faut arrêter. Je t'explique après, Someone. J'attends juste que ça termine leur chanson et je t'explique.
You didn't do what you were told, but you won't face the fact that you're to blame. Persephone, you blew it. You must understand each other by now. All of this is getting kinda old. What a shame. There's the door, walk through it.
But I never got to have my revenge.
Ouais, complet.
Our pain never ends.
Our pain never ends.
Orpheus, I promise you now. Belatedly, I won't turn my back. I won't
Turn my back on you again.
Alors. Qui me laisse faire une
We
pause?
have been fools.
Oui, je confirme.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
On peut le détruire, oui. Ce qui s'est passé, donc on était au reliquaire pour un peu chercher qu'est-ce que Calliope elle cherchait justement. On l'a trouvé ce qu'elle cherchait, sauf que ça a invoqué 3 furies, alors qu'on n'a même pas touché la relique en question, hein, qui ont essayé de nous tuer, sauf que Freddy s'est interposée et elle s'est pris le couteau à notre place, et elle est morte comme ça. Et ça a suffi aux furies, elles étaient contentes, il fallait juste que le sang soit versé, elles se sont barrées, et elles sont heureuses, elles étaient bien. Et donc là, ce qu'on a fait, c'est qu'on est actuellement en enfer avec Perséphone pour essayer de retrouver Freddy. Et en même temps aussi pour découvrir la vérité, même si on sait maintenant... Enfin, pour voir les moires plus précisément, parce que normalement, il n'y a que les moires qui peuvent demander aux furies d'attaquer, de tuer quelqu'un, etc. Coucou Def. Ok. Bon courage, amuse-toi bien. Donc oui, Freddy est morte, on essaie de la rechoper là un peu.
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair.
Je viens de voir qu'il y a les crânes de Cerbère.
There.
Voilà. C'est fait. Et plus de...
You dare.
Quoi? T'en voulais plus de
What
toute façon.
gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
Ce trône ne valait rien, je suis désolée, je devais réagir. Il valait pas grand chose. Peut-être que sentimentalement parlant, il valait quelque chose. Je suis désolée, mais fallait le faire, ma grande.
I'm sorry, it felt like the right thing to do.
Oh, Grace, you are infuriating. Is there a voice in your head that tells you to make decisions for everyone else?
There really isn't even a small part of you that knows this had to happen.
Knows what? I should toss aside something I paid for, bought with the blood of my husband? So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
Je n'ai jamais eu de plan, je ne sais pas, on doit aller voir les moires, je trouve... On doit aller voir... J'ai pas vraiment de plan à la base, je veux faire les deux trucs, moi, là. Je veux faire ces deux trucs-là.
My plan? It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you expect me to believe you haven't been waiting for this since you met me? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the fates.
Oh.
Which there never was.
Oh!
Correct.
And Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
Je croyais que tu étais avec moi, j'aurais dû m'en rendre compte plus tôt, donc c'est fini. Elle a menti, c'est effectivement se servait de nous.
I should have realized it sooner, before we ever came here.
Ouais,
I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we
on
are.
nous a menti.
And neither of us will get what we want today.
Exactement.
As opposed to your original plan, where that would have only been me.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Je suis censée dire merci. Freddy? Freddy!
Hey.
Aww.
Freddie, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
No.
Fred, No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
Mais pourquoi? J'aimerais pouvoir revenir en arrière, je n'aurais pas dû t'impliquer. Ça fait sens. J'ai fait que essayer de ne pas l'impliquer, elle est tout le temps avec nous. Ouais, pourquoi t'as fait ça? Madame, t'as cru quoi?
But you sacrificed yourself. For me.
Well, yeah. I'd do anything for you, Grace.
Non.
Hey, what was the alternative? I let the Furies kill you instead? That's not how this story ends.
This isn't a story, Fred.
You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me.
Oh.
Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need
Oh!
to meet.
Madame, on a besoin de réponse.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. I
My
just don't...
eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
Oh. Vous n'étiez pas juste amis, hein. Cette histoire d'âme me pose encore problème. Dis-nous ce qui s'est passé. Vous étiez pas juste amis, non? Nous aussi, dis-nous ce qui s'est passé, mais...
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end.
Oh.
Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul.
C'est juste les
But
pouvoirs.
if that's true, then
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. It's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone.
Oh.
Long ago.
Bon, dis-nous en vrai ce qui s'est passé, madame.
we need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Précis? Quoi?
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
Vas-y, raconte. Commençons par Apollon, on a tout notre temps. Dis-moi juste qui t'a tué, je crois que je comprends. On a tout notre temps, dis-moi tout.
I don't know about you, but I have all the time in the world. Okay, yeah, bad joke. But I really do need to hear this.
Apollo delivered, with great reluctance, a prophecy that said I needed to die.
And who did he deliver this prophecy to?
Athena.
Oh.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Pourquoi moi? Parle-moi de cette prophétie. Pourquoi es-tu allé au requin? Parle-moi de cette prophétie un petit peu.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Que dit cette prophétie?
What was the prophecy?
Ouais, pour
Surely,
l'instant.
I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
Ça me concerne aussi parce que c'est vrai que si ça parle que de Calliope et que ça mentionne personne d'autre, enfin ouais, mais en même temps ça pousse Athéna à tuer.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
Ah.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Pourquoi t'es allé au reliquaire? Pour changer, je pense, son dessin.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
Ouais.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
Tu es allé voir Pan pour la clé, pourquoi? Ben c'est surtout que je vois pas pourquoi Athéna elle tuerait Calliope, vu que ben là avec les moires elle pourrait potentiellement changer son destin, annuler la prophétie, donc.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
Pourquoi moi?
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
Tu ne m'as pas laissé le choix, comment as-tu osé m'embarquer là-dedans? Merci, ce n'est pas ta faute. C'est pas vraiment ta faute, quand même, mais tu m'as pas laissé le choix non plus, mais en même temps il était en train de mourir, c'était un peu compliqué là.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen.
Ouais.
You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
Apollon aurait dû nous le dire, on connaît enfin la vérité, tu en veux Athéna. On connaît enfin la vérité. Apollon aurait dû nous le dire. Est-ce qu'il sait que c'est Athéna qui l'a tué après?
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
C'est pas juste, je crois que c'est la fin et maintenant. C'est pas juste, ouais. Pour la déesse, la sagesse et tout, bof. Hein.
It isn't fair, Freddy. This isn't how it's supposed to go.
Ah, chanson. Ouais, Athéna.
So many years of history, fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go.
Ouais.
It's time to go.
Ouais, tu vas tellement me manquer, Freddy. On peut pas le ramener, sérieux? Enfin,
Deep within my soul, you will remain with me, a best friend through the dark. Gone, you're irreplaceable. It's time to go. It was quick and so was I. I was not prepared to die, but Grace, I choose this, and I know you'll get by. It's time. So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud, Grace.
Freddy, I gave everything to watch you go. I know. Now it's time to go.
mais...
It's time to go.
Oh. Bon, on peut pas le ramener. Mais zut.
You've returned. And I see Freddy isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
On sait que tu nous as menti, personne n'a fini satisfait, on a trouvé Calliope. On sait que tu nous as menti, on a trouvé Calliope aussi.
We know what happened. We know about the prophecy. And Athena.
Oh,
That's all you have to say? Oh? You knew. You knew the truth this entire time. Even when you said you were helping Grace.
Ah.
yes.
J'ai ma caméra qui vient de
Yes,
péter
I
un
did.
câble, bien sûr. Je comprends pourquoi. Pourquoi tu dis que tu m'aiderais, explique-toi. Ah, mon modèle. Il est figé maintenant. Pourquoi t'as dit que tu m'aiderais, en fait? Oh, explique-toi même, ça
Is
irait
there
plus vite.
more you haven't told me? Did you know about the Furies as well?
No. I didn't know how Calliope died.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know
Ouais.
it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
Voilà.
I don't know how this will affect your trial.
Aïe.
We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off.
J'arrive,
But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Ouais. Et si la prophétie disait vrai, on devrait trouver un arrangement concernant ce qui se passe. On devrait trouver un arrangement.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
Oh. Ouais, donc... Au final, Perséphone, elle nous l'a mis à l'envers, mais en même temps, elle reste quand même notre allié, elle reste de notre côté. Aïe. Par contre, Apollon... Ben, je suppose, je sais pas, on va voir. Ah, Apollon déjà. Pan un peu en dernier.
Oh, it's you.
Oui.
Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Ça ne te concerne pas, il ne peut s'en prendre qu'à lui. Je sais que tu tiens à lui. Je sais que tu tiens à lui, mais c'est quand même sa faute.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Ah bon?
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I just came to talk. I want to sort this out. If I can.
Bonne question. Bonne question, Florence.
I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
Il a pas intérêt.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
Les chips, c'est important.
You're angry. You have every right to be.
Je te croyais mieux que ça, je n'ai pas besoin de protection, c'est mon problème. Je te croyais mieux que ça, mec, un peu.
Of all the people who've lied to me lately, I least expected it from you.
It made so much sense at the time, but now it's almost a relief to have it out in the open. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
Peut-être que ce sera le cas, tu ne sais pas tout, je l'abandonnerai pas, ça... Tu sais pas tout, mec, je pense.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
Ouais.
So you want to, what, stop trying?
Maybe.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
Je pense pas en être capable, je vais essayer, tu n'as rien... Je pense pas en être capable, y'a Freddy qui est morte, mon grand.
I'm not sure I can. How could I ever trust you again?
I understand. I suppose I'll see you at the trial, Grace. I wish you all the best.
Mec, tu peux te rattraper si tu plaides en ma faveur durant le procès, par contre. Ça peut aider. Comme ça, je meurs pas non plus. Faire face à Pan. Pour lui dire un peu ce qui s'est passé, en fait.
Pan? Are you here?
Toujours dans l'arbre. Hello, monsieur.
Pan!
Bah alors?
Alright then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
Je voulais m'excuser, je veux juste discuter. Tu me vois toujours comme une cause perdue. Je veux juste discuter et t'expliquer un peu ce qui s'est passé, comme bordel.
No, I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
Je sais que tu es innocent, j'ai besoin de ton aide, j'ai besoin d'un peu de réconfort. Non, je sais que tu l'as pas fait exprès. En fait, tu savais même pas, en fait. Tu savais pas ce qui allait se passer. Là, pour le coup, ouais.
I know you weren't behind Calliope's murder.
Oh, then you've learned something, haven't you? Something not exactly pleasant. I see.
Parce que je crois que la dernière fois, on l'a un peu crié dessus,
Isn't that
en fait.
always the way? Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
La dernière fois qu'on l'a confronté, déjà on lui a dit va te faire voir, on préfère Perséphone. En plus, on l'a accusé d'avoir potentiellement quelque chose à voir avec le meurtre, tout ça. Soit du tout lui raconter, soit pas. Moi, ça me dérange pas de lui raconter. Il vaut mieux avoir des alliés qui soient préparés à ce que Athéna va dire comme connerie.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
Mais tu l'as...
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue.
C'est vrai.
Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
Je devrais les laisser mourir, pas pour Athéna, je devrais les laisser mourir. Bah non, ils peuvent perdre leur pouvoir, mais toujours vivre, non?
Oh, so just let the idols die off. You'd be okay with that?
Did the prophecy say precisely that? Prophecies can be such tricksy little bastards.
Exactement.
Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Ouais, on est d'accord. C'est pas qu'ils vont... C'est pas parce qu'elle vit qu'ils vont mourir, c'est plus... elles peuvent vivre et ils peuvent perdre leur pouvoir, eux, en fait. Et Athéna, par contre, en mode, non, faut surtout pas, hein. Non, personne n'aime Athéna. En même temps, elle fait... Hein. Pan, en fait, il a l'air suspect, mais il est pas spécialement méchant. Mais il agit de manière suspecte, de base. C'était toi avant, je crois.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
Que tu peux... J'arrive pas à lire. Que peux-tu me dire sur Calliope et toi? Comment te sens-tu? Parlons de nous, on n'a pas fini avec l'Hadès. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a à dire par rapport à l'Hadès? Pourquoi est-ce que je demanderais sur Calliope et elle en particulier? Enfin, waouh, elles sont sorties ensemble il y a un certain temps, et maintenant et après elles étaient plus ensemble. C'est bien. Comment te sens-tu? Ouais, parlons de nous. Est-ce que je veux la draguer? Parce que le parlons de nous, c'est drague. Donc, c'est ça la question là, si. Est-ce que je veux la draguer ou pas? Est-ce que je vais full Perséphone? Après, elle est cool. Hein. Comment te sens-tu? Oui. Ouais, allez. Allez, go.
How about us?
You still think there's an us? After you kept me from my throne?
Ton trône, c'était un siège, c'est bon, hein. Je ne t'ai pas trahi, ça devait se passer ainsi, je suppose que tu as raison. Je t'ai pas trahi. Et tu sais que ça devait se passer ainsi, ma grande.
I did what needed doing. I figured you, of anyone, would be impressed by that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. It's not me you're angry at anyhow, is it?
Annoyingly, you're right. But I'm the one I should be angry at. I drove Calliope away. I wasted all that time being stubborn. And now she's gone.
C'est pour ça que tu as pris tes distances, elle t'a pardonné, je suis pas Calliope. Je suis pas Calliope, je rappelle. Mais c'est pour ça que tu as pris tes distances, ouais.
I'm not Calliope. There's a part of her inside me, sure, but we're not the same person.
Au cas où.
I didn't say you were.
But you think it, don't you? Somewhere, in the back of your mind.
I don't know if I can do this. Us.
À cause du trône, donc bien une relation, moi non plus, tu n'aimes pas les défis. Est-ce que... C'est compliqué avec Perséphone, elle est compliquée la dame aussi. Non, pas à cause du trône. T'aimes pas les défis? Enfin, si, elle aime les défis, bien entendu.
That doesn't sound like the Persephone I know. She's never backed down from a challenge.
I keep wondering, do I like you because of you? Or because Calliope is a part of you?
C'est une bonne question qu'elle se pose.
As you gain her memories, will you become more and more like her? Will you think of me as she did? You deserve more than that, Grace. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted no part of it.
T'as raison, je ne sais pas. Et si je tout ça? Je sais pas. Elle a un bon point, Perséphone. Hein. Faudrait que Grace choisisse un peu plus parce qu'on sait pas trop ce qu'elle pense. Hein.
I don't know, honestly. It's a lot.
It is. Even ignoring the part where I
Aussi.
lied to you and you denied me my throne.
Yeah, even ignoring that.
Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being a mortal, Grace?
Ben actuellement, ouais déjà ça fait une semaine, ça fait que une semaine, et j'essaie de survivre, de pas me faire tuer par Athéna, tu vois, donc
It's been a week, Persephone. If I live past the trial, I'll let you know.
ouais voilà.
Yes, the trial.
It's a whole thing, I hear.
Whatever happens, Calliope will approve of us defying Athena.
Oui. Pourquoi tu fais que regarder son portrait? Bonjour. Mais il y a personne qui veut d'Athéna au trône en fait, donc sinon vous votez tous pour qu'elle vire et puis voilà. Hein. Ça marche aussi.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right? I wish Freddy were here.
Oui.
Like a boat
Oh,
lost at sea.
on reprend la première chanson.
With no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside, bright enough to guide me, an ocean defied. But as I burn, they've all turned away one by one. In the end, am I alone? Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, no breeze.
Pourquoi il y a des fantômes?
I am drifting cold water, no star to be seen. In your heart,
Oh,
we remain. You do not sail in vain. In my heart, you'll remain. I do not sail in vain.
c'est vrai que il se peut qu'Athéna elle la laisse pas survivre malgré tout. Hein.
Okay, here we go.
Mais oui, c'était joli comme mise en scène. Ils sont où les autres?
Hello?
Le piaf est pas là.
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
C'est vrai ce mensonge? C'est pas ça l'Olympe? Il faut qu'on parle. Comment ça va se dérouler le procès? Comment va se dérouler le procès avant? Et puis c'est pas ça l'Olympe en plus?
Care to explain how this is supposed to work? I don't exactly have an itinerary.
How this works is, you follow us.
Non. Non. Non, Grace. Oh. Bon, ben, on y va, hein. Ouais, on est d'accord, hein.
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Bonjour, Piu-Piu. Ah, moi aussi, ils sont là.
A real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we?
Mm-hmm. On dirait qu'ils pensent tous qu'on va mourir dessus. Hein.
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying.
Elle essaie de les convaincre de nous tuer, je crois.
It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
Ouais, ce qu'elle veut faire. Comme le meurtre, t'es sûr que les idoles se meurent? C'est à toi d'en décider pour évoquer ça maintenant. Pourquoi évoquer ça maintenant? Bizarre, hein? Pourquoi évoquer ça maintenant? Dis-nous tout.
I have to ask, why are you bringing this up at my trial? What's the connection?
Execution is an extreme measure, Grace. Yet, it is sometimes necessary.
For someone who claims to be about saving lives, you seem to find it necessary an awful lot.
Each of you is here because I brought you here. I protected you. I carved out this space in a strange land so we could survive.
Et ils sont tous malheureux.
I am at this trial to tell you that, as always, I will look out for you. I will save you. Trust in me, Pallas Athena, daughter of Zeus and leader of the chorus, and I will do anything it takes to keep you all alive.
You'll do anything?
Oui, je trouve aussi qu'il y a beaucoup de jeux. Ça a dû être difficile pour toi. Ce procès est une farce. Il doit y avoir un autre moyen. Tu as fait tuer Calliope. Tu as fait tuer Calliope.
Tell them. Let them know what that anything includes. Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
Tu es devenu un monstre, il est encore temps d'arrêter. À l'accuser, on sait tout. On sait tout!
We spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her.
You couldn't have.
Si.
Yes, I could. There's more to an idol than just the eidolon. Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it. Just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena.
No. I do not accept this. You are lying.
You're the one who's been lying. Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy?
Dis-nous tout.
Tell them.
Oh, chanson. Ou pas.
Yes, it's me. It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be.
C'est Madame Je sais tout, elle.
You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you.
Arrête de jouer au martyr, ma grande.
All I ever did, all the sacrifice, all I ever hid, trying to be nice, everything for you. But in any case, I always knew you'd throw it in my face. You're so controlling. Sorry, little bird, time to ring your necks. Little girls, they dream up a future.
Vas-y, Perséphone.
They feel sure their vision's true. I fought for that throne and then didn't take it.
C'est ça dans le jeu.
And that was okay. Could it be for you too? Of course you would make it all about you. Still, Athena, I'm glad you were here to see how someone grew.
Oh.
None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all. You just see us grab
map. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too.
Je veux pas de quel... Oh oh.
Cause and effect. You feed this thing more blood, you'll feel regret. I know you know I'm right. You feel it deep inside. If I stop now, Olympus is wrecked. Cause and effect.
Grace. Oh. Oh.
I didn't know how lost I was until you
Pan. Pan.
found me.
Pourquoi pan?
Really? Pan, you?
The way I see it, if you have to
Aphrodite
take
aussi.
Grace, then you definitely have to take me.
I was so low, I nearly withdrew. Now I'm here because she inspired me.
Tout le monde avec moi. Allez tout le monde.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at her strange
Exactement.
wearing my
Il y avait tout le monde qui était déprimé avec Athéna alors que nous on les aide.
My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in
T'as eu beaucoup de temps pour changer quand même maintenant.
Give it time, you'll find even an island drift. You
Let's go, Def.
notice 'cause it only moves in teeny tiny shifts. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I
Lui donner un
leave
coup de
it
poing.
up to you what to do with this.
Ça suffit de régner, ma grande.
All these years you ruled this place.
Allez, la puncher.
I think it's time you made some space. Enough of you.
Ah, c'est sûr, ça soulage.
Step away, let it go. Fresher hands should steer this boat and sail it to something new.
C'est bon, je suis en vie. Mais ça fait qu'Athéna, elle meurt ou pas, vu qu'elle a tué une autre idole? Ah, comment elle est punie, elle?
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And?
Oui.
So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
For the moment, but it appears we're about to have a repeat of what happened in Hades.
What does that mean?
It means we are disbanding the chorus. Not only that, we have decided to reveal ourselves to the mortal world.
You're planning to tell everyone what we really are? Isn't that risky?
It won't be right away, so those who are too fearful can go into hiding. But it's time. No more laws, no more secrets.
Et ça devient les X-Men. Vous êtes tous d'accord? Et Athéna, j'ai quelques idées. C'est un pas de géant. C'est un pas de géant, mais j'ai quelques idées.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Oh?
If there's time, we could prepare a campaign.
A campaign? You make it sound like preparing for battle.
It is, kinda. The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
Now that is a marvelous idea indeed. I'd like a moment alone with Grace.
Oui. Pourquoi Aphrodite a souri en mode oui?
Well, you did it, Grace. The trial has come and gone, and you're still standing.
Si seulement Phrygie était là aussi, ça aurait été bien. On a réussi, la prophétie s'est réalisée grâce à moi. On a réussi. Mais si seulement Phrygie était là.
We did it. I would have been lost if you hadn't stood beside me.
I'm still not entirely certain what possessed me.
Je voulais pas le dire comme ça.
Maybe you're not as cold-hearted and ruthless as you think you are.
How dare you?
Sometimes even idols are capable of change. You said it yourself.
We left things at an awkward point, didn't we? Between us, I mean.
Soyons ensemble, restons amis plutôt. Pourquoi tu me poses... Bisous. Et puis elles pourront toujours séparer, hein. Allez.
You said you didn't know if you could do this.
Oui.
As did you.
When everything was on the line, you were there.
Elle a toujours été à nos côtés, c'est vrai.
I can do this just fine.
Good. That's good. I mean, I'd like that.
Oui.
Ready to go out and face the music, Grace?
Always.
On n'a pas de bisous? Bon, bah on n'a pas de bisous, visiblement. Ou pas encore. Alors, de ce que j'ai compris, en plus, on peut faire des romans soit avec Pan, Perséphone ou Apollon. Ou Phrygie. On peut faire des romances avec ces quatre-là.
Of course you're both here. In my apartment.
Forcément.
Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
How does it feel to be the idol spokesperson appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
I'm exhausted.
The Oracle has been keenly following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she talks, you'd think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
Vas-y. C'est une autre fois, demande des nouvelles d'Aphrodite et Eros, demande des nouvelles d'Athéna, demande des nouvelles Perséphone. Aphrodite et Eros, Athéna, je m'en fous.
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Ok.
Let's call it a cult.
Ah.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
I thought for sure they'd go into hiding. Aphrodite fears mortals more than any other idol,
Ouais.
doesn't she?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus? Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so.
Oh.
Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
Vas-y, Vénus.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
C'est ça d'avoir des contacts. Tiens, Hécate et Astérion, oui.
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Hecate leave the reliquary? I'd sooner believe the sun would go out.
It doesn't hurt that they seem enraptured with each other's
Aw.
company.
Asterion is all Hecate is willing to discuss. Do I need to know every detail of his sexual prowess? I do not.
Madame.
Didn't Hecate say it is written that she and the Minotaur would eventually break up?
Well, eventually, for Hecate could be centuries from now.
In the meantime, she gushes about her new boyfriend like a schoolgirl.
You should hear Asterion then. His gushing puts hers to shame. I'm happy for them both.
Mais tiens, Méduse, ouais.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She was. For a few months.
There was an incident involving Hecate's new cat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Medusa was beside herself with apologies, but needless to say, she moved on rather quickly.
Non, le chat.
We're not certain where.
Meaning what? Medusa is roaming the streets? Doing whatever she likes?
Not quite.
Medusa believed she might not be able to control her appetite, so
Oh.
she asked us to put her in contact with the mortal government. They took her somewhere.
C'est pas bon,
It was
ça.
her decision. The government is grateful. They even suggested we might see Hephaestus again.
Aphrodite's husband? He's alive?
So it appears. Who knows what he's been doing for the mortals since the war, but it would raise all our spirits to see him again.
C'est le gouvernement qu'il a, en fait? Qu'il détient? Ah! Ouais, Athéna, vas-y, dis toujours.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
The revelation of the idols to the mortal world went far better than she could have dreamed. I think it shook her.
Well, she was wrong about a great many things.
As the goddess of wisdom, that's not an easy realization. So she left. Back to the old world.
Back to the old world? It's a long way to travel by herself.
Ouais, un peu.
Well, I asked her to go.
Ah.
There's so many of us who went missing during the war. The idols going public might bring them out of hiding. Athena wanted to leave, and this gave her a purpose. We'll see if anything comes of it.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
We've barely seen them of late.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling, or so the oracle
Oh
tells
non,
me.
c'est un influenceur.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
Tiens, Pan. Oui, je suis Perséphone en dernier, oui.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
Et vas-y, Perséphone.
I'd like to know what you've been up to, Persephone.
I've been thinking about selling the club, actually.
Oh.
The underworld? Really?
I don't need a substitute for the real thing. That's all it ever was, and I'm fine with having neither.
Plus, she's been busy helping all the idols remaining at Olympus. Quite unexpected.
Why is it unexpected? I was the last leader of the chorus. This is my responsibility. Also, I wanted to free up some of my time. For you, Grace.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
You've been on the road single-handedly keeping the idols afloat. I thought you could use some company.
Oh, je te manque, j'adorerais ça. Seulement si tu en as envie. J'adorerais ça. Viens avec moi.
Being away from you so much has been the hardest part. I would love that.
And you were worried how she'd react.
I wasn't worried, I was concerned.
C'est la même chose.
Anyhow, I'm glad you agree. It'll be good to try something new again.
Et toi, Apollon?
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon, I think. All the attention on the idols is proving rather taxing.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace and apologize one last time.
I told you don't need to keep doing that.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
You know, one day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
J'avoue que Pan, faut voir ce qu'il peut faire dans le monde. Hein. Si, surtout sans faire... Enfin, s'il fait que se cacher, ça va, mais s'il fait 15 000 conneries...
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
C'est vrai.
Oh, I didn't do that.
On the contrary, you absolutely did.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Vas-y, toi. Quoi?
Perhaps a round of drinks at the underworld, in Calliope's honor.
Oui!
I'd like that, actually.
Apollo, perhaps we could meet you there?
Yeah, of course. I'll go on ahead.
I have something I'd like to say.
Oui.
Oh, yeah?
Oh!
Moving forward often comes with heartbreak, leaving the fears you nested in. Take your broken pieces and assemble a life that you are proud to live. We stayed your execution, you and I, you and I was queen of the underworld, and you, Grace. You've shown me that I'm not all I can be, a light to lead the way from hell. Darling, when you dare to defy me, God's the fire within me swells.
Ouais, on attend toujours le bisou.
You and I, Grace, together victorious. There's nothing to stop us now.
Allez! Bah voilà. Ouais, le bisou. Oh, et c'est fini. Ouais, pas avec les réseaux sociaux et sans penchant, j'avoue que ça va être un bordel. Ah, il était cool comme jeu. C'est dommage qu'il y ait peu de gens qui en aient parlé. Enfin, en tout cas, j'ai pas vu grand monde y jouer ou en parler. Je suis curieuse aussi, j'aimerais bien voir les autres fins. Parce qu'en fait, comme j'ai dit, on peut finir soit avec Perséphone, Apollon, Pan et Freddy. Mais enfin, Freddy, je sais pas comment ça fonctionne, vu que est-ce qu'on sort avec elle, elle meurt quand même, ou est-ce qu'on arrive à la sauver? Ça, je me pose comme question. Mais bon, on a survécu. On a chopé Perséphone en plus. Elle est cool, Perséphone, quand même. Très bon jeu. Attends, je peux speeder? Non? Voilà, speed un peu le truc. Je veux voir s'ils ont mis quelque chose à la fin en fait. Mais ah ouais. Il est cool comme jeu, franchement. Ah ouais, non, c'est vrai que c'était trop bien. Hein. Et je l'ai un peu trouvé par hasard en plus. Parce que j'aime bien aller sur Steam et chercher les jeux indépendants et je suis tombée dessus par hasard. Je me dis, ah, ça a l'air cool. Bah oui, c'était très cool, effectivement. On peut essayer de... Je peux essayer de regarder c'est quoi les autres fins. Je peux essayer de voir. Si je trouve. Attendez. Comme j'ai dit, j'essaie juste de voir s'ils ont mis quelque chose à la fin, là, déjà. Après les crédits. Après, le truc c'est que je sais pas si je vais les trouver en français par contre les autres fins. Parce que dans ce que j'ai vu pas mal de... Enfin j'ai vu quelques let's play en anglais mais j'en ai pas vu en français. Oui, tu grattes du temps encore. Effectivement. Effectivement. Oui, c'était ton anniversaire. Exactement, Florence. Non mais elles sont... Il est vraiment cool. Ils sont cool. Au final, ils nous mentent tous, hein. Il y a tout le monde qui nous ment. Hein. Il y a personne de vraiment complètement sympa, hein. Aussi bien Apollon que Pan que Perséphone, ils nous ont tous menti. Ah là là. Oh, ouais, effectivement. Allez, allez. Oui. C'était bon, ton beau cadeau d'anniversaire, Florence. On y est presque, je pense, à la fin des crédits. Ah, mais... Il faut parler de ce jeu. Ouais, il y en a du monde, on est d'accord, hein. Après, je sais qu'ils ont fait plein de traductions, mais quand même, ça fait beaucoup de monde. Ah, les trucs légaux, les copyrights, blablabla. Il y a vraiment besoin de mettre le copyright pour Unreal. Bon, pourquoi pas. Ouais. Ah là. Non, c'était vraiment un jeu sympa. Je peux essayer de jeter un œil si je trouve les autres fins en français, mais encore une fois, je pense pas que je vais trouver grand chose. Attendez. Stray Gods. Fin. Si je mets juste fin. Non. Anglais. Il y a que de l'anglais. Il y a que de l'anglais. Au pire, je peux peut-être essayer de les faire de mon côté et de les filmer, mais... Au pire, je peux toujours essayer de faire ça pour qu'on voie. Je vais voir. Les chansons de fin... Ah, tu veux dire quand c'est genre Apollo, quand si c'est Apollon qui chante ou ce genre de truc, c'est ça que tu veux dire? Je suppose. Je vais voir. Stray Gods. Final Song. Non, je veux pas refaire. Je veux pas ça. Si je cherche, attendez. Ouais. Je vois ce que tu veux dire. Attends, hop. Holo, romance. Au moins j'ai...
Au départ...
Oh putain de pub là. Les pubs, zut. Attendez, je vais fermer le jeu déjà. Oui, je veux finir, je veux quitter le jeu, voilà. C'est où périphérique, capture de jeu, non, capture de fenêtre. Attendez. Bon, il y a une pub, désolé, je peux pas la passer en plus.
Tu ne voulais qu'une aventure d'été sur Tinder.
Super.
Mais finalement, les saisons ont
Super.
passé. Et l'aventure s'est transformée.
Mode cinéma, c'est mieux.
Tout commence avec un swipe. Tinder.
J'ai en plus pour Tinder, quoi. C'est pas les sous-titres?
Let your hair down for a second. There's so much to like if you open your eyes. If you try to search for the light, you might be surprised. No, it's not hard to find.
Super la pub, hein.
The courage you need to be joyful is something you build over time. No matter what I do, the answer's in you. That I will be here for the ride. Yes, I will be here for the ride.
Vachement plus pépère là.
I'll take your hand for a minute. Oh, it's more than I feel I deserve. It could grow on me, this world that you see. Yet I've been alive for too long. 1,000 years of learning about what could go wrong.
Bah si je me pose comme question, Mango.
I'm sure you've had it rough. 1,000 years of life is hard, but easier with someone like me to lean on.
Ah, parce qu'ils ont deux chansons.
I appreciate the campaign. If I ever let her know,
no matter what I do, the answer's in
the answer's in me. The courage you need to be joyful is something you build over time. No matter what I do, the answer's in you. I will be here for the ride. Yes, I will be here for the ride.
En fait, les romances, elles ont toutes les deux... Enfin, chaque romance a deux chansons, je crois, au moins. Parce que Perséphone, on avait déjà eu on avait déjà eu une chanson avec elle où ça commençait à flirter. Donc là, il y a une chanson qui visiblement qui est avec Apollon quand on est chez Aphrodite. J'ai l'impression que c'est la même mais avec des choix différents là pour le coup. On va pas l'écouter 150 fois. Et c'est par ici ensuite qu'il est. Tu me mets pas une autre pub, hein, le YouTube, s'il te plaît. Bah c'est une bonne question, someone. Je suis pas au courant, je sais pas. Voilà, déjà on va voir.
Take my hand for a minute. Let's stop and breathe for a moment. There's so much to like. Now I've opened my eyes. Finally stepped into the light.
Je pense qu'il y a une chanson sans romance.
Wouldn't you know it was here the whole time? The courage we need to be joyful is something we'll build over time. I now know it's true, the answer is you. And I will be here for the ride. Yes, I will be here for the ride.
Even if I'm here for a short time, I'm not the muse anymore.
And we'll do it all in a short time. What else are the years for.
Je veux bien que tu me l'envoies, Def.
Courage we need to be joyful is something I'll help you to find. No matter where we go, you'll have
Coucou Fofo, comment ça va?
and I'll hold your hand all the while. The courage we need to be joyful is something
Je sais pas encore.
over time.
Merci Def.
No matter what we do, the answer is you. I will be here for the ride. Yes, I will be here for the ride.
Vive les bottes. Ok, merci Def. Comme ça, effectivement, c'est plus rapide que de chercher. Ouais, attends, on va pas le faire. Attends, ils ont plusieurs versions visiblement à chaque fois. Donc peut-être qu'il y a en fait il y a une version où elle peut ne plus être une muse. Je sais pas comment ça se passerait. Peut-être que c'est ça. Alors, Freddy. Je copie les liens. Ah non, hein?
La même chose, s'il te plaît.
Non, pub là. Laissez-moi. Ouais, ça fait bizarre d'avoir avec Apollon. À mon avis, je me dis que Apollon, une fois qu'il est avec comment ça s'appelle, Grace, il finit par se bouger un peu plus, hein, je pense. Ah, ça fait long, Dave. Je sais que tu grattes, mais.
Now every word's been said.
Freddy.
I can't think of any more to fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels.
Oui, voilà. Exactement, en gros.
Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. I'm trying to understand. We're both alive.
Pour l'instant. Pardon.
What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew.
Donc on peut la faire revenir.
Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape demise. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late? Too late.
Donc on peut faire revenir Freddy et sa chanson se passe après qu'elle soit morte. Ça, je pense que c'est... Ouais.
Within me there will always be something left behind in shadow. I'm tethered to you, I'm free. I've known, I've loved you before. We were grown, never alone. Only, if only we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late, it was fate. I've spent so long yearning, observing, seeking the light of your eyes.
Elles sont mignonnes.
Now I return, nothing left in reserve. Your eyes, a sunrise. Only, if only we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late. It was fate.
Oh. Donc, ça fait que techniquement elle devient la nouvelle Orphée, un petit peu. Grace, dans ce cas-là. Vu qu'elle arrive à ramener Freddy. Hop là. Et je pense. Voyons voir. Vous. Monsieur. C'est pas acheté ça.
It is an ugly business living among the gods. You'll always twist an arm, even if you're trying not to. And so I say, let's do it. The world, it needs that guy who is prepared to move the pieces in from every side.
Moi aussi, je me demande comment c'est possible. Il y a un prix à payer normalement. Ouais. Est-ce qu'il y a un prix à payer?
So dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance? Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance. So what, the call was close. We're both alive and well. We'll live to fight another day, as far as I can tell. And even if you don't, and I expect you won't, I promise you'll be glad you spent the night with me. So dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance?
Il a l'air fun, Pan.
Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance.
I'm such a fool. I believed I meant
Ah, tu t'ennuies pas avec lui, ouais.
Guess all I am is a piece, a pawn, and you won't care when I'm gone.
Don't be like that, Grace. We both know this is who I am. I can't change, so take it or leave it. I won't repeat it. I'm only here for the dance.
Doucement, monsieur. Et la fin, là. Donc Pan, il veut rien de sérieux, lui, à la base.
I thought I'd seen everything. I thought who I was all I could be. You know you changed the tune, we've all been dancing to. Even this immortal satyr's gotta move when he sees you. And so I say, let's do it. Momentum's never bad. Who knows who we'll be when we reach the end of night? Life that is lived lies between black and white. I rarely do pairs, but with you, it feels right. You've thrown the board all pieces askew, Any plans I had pale next to you. What will you do now? Your life's in your hands. Is there more room for pen? I am a scoundrel, truth be told. I live my life with all of my soul. I'll apologize till we're made whole. Oh, Grace, it's my heart that you stole. Come take my hand, come take a chance. I don't do slow. Come, Grace, let's share this dance.
Après, bon, je sais pas si ça va rester sérieux pendant longtemps. Hein. J'ai envie de dire. Je sais pas si ça restera très sérieux. Pas. Moi, je préfère Grace Perséphone et Grace Freddy pour l'instant. Ensuite, c'est Grace Pan et Grace Apollo aussi en dernier, j'avoue. Apollon, il est gentil, mais... il se bouge pas beaucoup. Il fait pas grand-chose. Non, putain de pub. Ah. Laissez-moi les passer, au moins c'est bon, je peux la passer. Pour un truc beaucoup trop cher en plus. Ça, c'est toute la chanson?
Everything has changed.
Exactement. Oh. Oh, Freddy. C'est ça. Apollon, la dépression.
Soft breeze blow.
The ocean lies calm, stars are out.
We'll chart our paths, I've no doubt.
Where will we end up with different route? A fresh coat of paint, sails unfurled, ready to go.
Watching the shore as we drift away.
Lost in the sunrise, parting mists of gray.
Sailing to new water, the rush of a new day.
Everything has changed. Everything.
Mais y a pas Freddy. Au moins, on a des nouveaux potes, mais ben, c'est pas Freddy, quoi. Ah là là. Ou quoi? Ah non, ouais, bon, visiblement, on peut la ramener. Parce que là, elle est là. Hello, Freddy, s'il te plaît. Montre-toi. Elle est là, là. Donc il y a moyen de la ramener. Je suppose que les deux derniers qui chantent avec nous cette chanson-là, c'est les deux plus proches de nous. Dans la logique des choses. Parce que quand je regarde... Ouais, là, il y a Freddy et Perséphone. Ouais, donc à mon avis, il y a les deux persos les plus proches de nous qui vont chanter cette chanson si on n'a aucune romance. Si on n'a aucune romance. Ils ont fait quand même vachement un gros travail pour faire en sorte que les chansons elles changent selon nos choix et tout. C'est vraiment quelque chose. Bon, voilà. On va s'arrêter là. N'hésitez pas à regarder les autres chansons si vous avez envie, ou bien de jouer vous-même au jeu. Hein. Vu que, visiblement, il y a plein de fins différentes, il y a plein de possibilités au niveau des chemins, etc. Mon avis sur chacun des persos. Eros, il était trop gentil, il était trop pipou. Il est tellement au petit soin pour Aphrodite, il était trop mignon, Eros. Astérion aussi. Astérion aussi était vraiment trop mimi. Ouais, dans certains cas... Ah ouais, c'est quelqu'un d'autre qui vient, putain. Ouais, Astérion aussi était mignon, et Kat, elle est un peu paumée, mais elle est gentille. Avec qui... Aphrodite, c'était un peu aussi la déprime. Hein. Après, on la voit pas tant que ça, on la voit surtout pour son rituel, là. Et tu dis, madame, est-ce que ça va aller? Non, visiblement, non, ça va pas aller, mais... Ouais, Eros et Hermès, trop cute. Hermès, ouais, trop pipou aussi. Il veut juste aider, il est tout gentil. Athéna, on peut s'en passer, elle peut dégager. On n'en a pas besoin. Perséphone, au début, c'est compliqué, parce qu'elle a elle a un caractère assez fort et tout, donc c'est un peu compliqué. Avec qui? Attendez. Il y avait qui d'autre? C'était Méduse. C'est un plus triste pour elle qu'autre chose, parce qu'elle a pas choisi d'être un monstre, elle s'est fait transformer par Athéna. Elle doit se démerder comme pas possible maintenant, enfin de nos jours, en essayant de gérer ces trucs de monstres, sa faim, etc. et tout ça. Je me sens désolée pour Méduse plus qu'autre chose. En plus, Athéna qui dit oui, mais j'arrive pas, je sais pas la ramener en mode humaine. T'es sûre de ça ou c'est encore un de tes mensonges là? Ouais. Bonne soirée, Florence. Ouais, Eros, son introduction est drôle. Tu le vois en mode ouais, d'accord, dieu du machin, Puis après, tu vois qu'il est tout pipou. Ah, c'est Mimi. Orphée, on le voit pas beaucoup, mais le peu qu'on le voit, il est quand même assez fun. Très métal, je m'attendais pas à ce qu'il fasse du métal. C'était très cool. Et Calliope, on la voit pas beaucoup non plus, mais elle a l'air très gentille. Elle a l'air d'avoir un certain sang-froid aussi, enfin, elle essaie d'être assez déterminée et tout. Donc, non, je pense que... Après, faut voir si, quand vous faites d'autres chemins, vous voyez plus certains personnages que d'autres... Parce qu'il y a l'oracle de Apollon, on la voit peu actuellement, mais si ça se trouve, peut-être que si j'avais fait une romance avec Apollon, on l'aurait vu plus souvent. Qui sait? Qui sait? Bonsoir Yuko. Bonne soirée, bon week-end. Donc oui, ça se trouve, il y a des personnages qu'on les verrait plus si on prenait un autre chemin. Et je me demande vraiment comment ça se passe pour Freddy quand même. Pour que Freddy revienne à la vie, surtout qu'ils ont bien dit qu'il y a un prix à payer et tout. Je me demande si on peut voir les moires, si on peut réussir à voir les moires. Parce que déjà, je sais que pour Aphrodite, elle peut continuer le rituel. Là, on a réussi à la sauver dans ce chemin-là, mais Aphrodite, elle peut continuer le rituel et devenir... et prendre le corps de Vénus à la place. Moi aussi, j'ai pensé que ce serait nous qui prendrait la tête du cœur, je t'avoue. J'ai pensé la même chose, je me suis dit, est-ce que ça va être nous, genre... Perséphone, elle s'assoit sur le trône et puis elle nous explique un peu le bordel pour nous dire « Ah, en fait, ça va être toi !» Je me suis imaginé ça. Mais non, visiblement. Après, est-ce que c'est bien? Je sais pas. On est un peu quand même leur leader, vu qu'on est leur représentant sur les réseaux sociaux, la télé et tout. Donc, techniquement, on est un petit peu leur leader aussi. Mais, ouais. Vraiment très cool. J'aurais bien voulu en voir plus encore de différents dieux. Après, c'est vrai que bon, c'est un peu compliqué. Ils peuvent pas montrer toutes les mythologies parce que sinon, ils ont pas fini. Le jeu, il dure beaucoup trop longtemps. Il y a trop de persos. On n'en a pas fini s'ils commencent à mettre toute la mythologie là. Mais déjà, là, ceux qui montrent, très cool. En plus, j'ai l'impression que durant la chanson du tribunal, là, du procès, j'ai l'impression qu'ils reprennent des petits morceaux de chaque chanson qu'on a fait jusqu'à présent. Allez, Freddy... Bah ouais, Freddy, Calliope et Orpheus. Mais c'est parfait. Ils peuvent se faire un trio de fantômes. C'est parfait, en fait. Et vu que les idoles, elles ont été révélées au public, ben les fantômes, ils ont qu'à sortir des Hadès et dire, écoutez, on va faire le premier concert de fantômes. Ils devraient trop faire ça. Ils sortent d'Hadès et ils vont se faire un trio de fantômes, un concert et tout ça. Ils devraient. Je sais pas ce qui les empêche, à moins qu'ils peuvent pas sortir d'Hadès. Peut-être que Charon, il dit non. Charon, il avait l'air très, très mimi, le peu qu'on l'a vu. Il était tout mimi. Allez, je vais rester là. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Perso, j'ai vraiment kiffé le jeu. Bonne soirée à tout le monde et bon week-end surtout. Hein. N'hésitez pas à mettre un petit j'aime et tout ça. Ouais, si vous pouvez sortir facilement d'Hadès. Après, en vrai, en gros, peut-être que si ils disent on jouera avec toi aux cartes à Charon, ça passe. Hein. Qui sait? Bye bye, bonne soirée. Bye, salut, reposez-vous bien, ciao. Hop là.